you don't sit there and put yourself through that.
Yeah.
And you also need to understand that this is how good he is. So one night, in the middle of the night, I woke up to him having a nightmare. And he was like flailing his arms around and he was saying, put your fucking helmet on, like do this and do that. Yes. So like he does this bullshit where you think he's literally having a nightmare. I tried to wake him up. He didn't wake up. And so the next day I said, like, oh, wow, like what was going on? And he said, oh, yeah, sorry, that happens, every once in a while. I relive that. And, I lost a guy that day and it's very traumatic. He's done it to all of us.
Not me.
Well, and being that it's nightmares, why are you sitting watching war movies?
Yeah, and I mean,
reliving it.
Knowing how much he drinks, and I mean, it's a full 26 of Crown Royal.
Straight,
every night. You'd be sitting there beside him watching a war movie. He's like drifting in and out of consciousness, and somebody on the movie gets killed, and he's like he's still with it enough that he's acknowledging things the way you would think a military person would.
Right.
And like I think he believes.
I think he believes his own stories. That's right. I agree.
But someone with PTSD does not sit and watch war movies every night.
No.
He even turned Ruckus into a service dog.
Yes.
No offense, Shelley, but Ruckus,
he tried to. Yeah.
He doesn't have what it takes.
No, he does not. No, he does not.
I love that dog.
He's a goofball.
How's the relationship with Julie now? They're still friends, like really good friends.
When you mean Mike and Julie's?
I'm going to say Mike and Julie. When he needs something, she helps him out.
Yeah.
That's all I can say. I don't know her. I've never met her.
I've never met her.
So
I've met her numerous times.
Yeah. She was nice enough to you, though, not too long ago. She did send you some money.
She did. She sent me $500.
So, thanks, Julie.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Guilt money, I think.
Is Tammy's shop scam going to be continuing her story on TikTok?
Yes, she is. Yeah.
Mr. Snow's time is up. Yes, ladies, you make me proud to be a woman.
Thank you.
Good. Hope you ladies are recording this live. I missed the beginning.
Yeah, we hope we are too.
Yeah.
So I'm listening to you girls on my drive home. Oh, that's the best, listening to things on the drive home.
Yeah.
Yes. As he ages and can't attract women.
Oh, we're an hour. It quit.
Oh, okay. We're quit. Oh, we're going to have to.
I don't know what to do.
Slide that little thingy up. Yeah, the puzzle piece. No.
Oh, just to where it is.
No. Yeah, there you go.
Do we get to go back on?
I don't know. Oh,
there we go.
Okay,
we're back.
As he ages and can't attract women, are you worried he will begin scamming the elderly to survive?
He's going to move on to men. He's already, you know what? He's scammed a lot of men, and he could very well go to the elderly and the men.
Okay, hi from Gander. Been watching Shelley from the beginning. You guys are great. From Witchy Woman. Mike is from out there.
Yeah.
Just don't give his family too much grief. It's not their fault.
No.
It really isn't. Mike did this all on his own. His family has nothing to do with this.
His parents are quite lovely.
This is Mike. So
they're just
they're victims as well. Victims. Yeah, they are victims.
And you know what? Well. And she'll always be a mother, and she'll always love her son.
Yeah, that's right.
I think are all like that in some form way.
Yeah, that's right.
What is he storing? Oh,
in the
Edie, storage unit, Moose Jaw. What is he storing?
There's
a motocross racer motorcycle in there.
Yeah.
And
tools, magazines.
Lots of magazines.
Yes.
Flip magazines.
Tool, big tool chests that I paid for.
Toys.
Yeah, toys. Yeah, toys now.
Tires. I know there were tires.
Lots of chains.
Equipment.
Yeah, chains for the
truck equipment stuff for working.
Clothes, because the man doesn't get rid of anything.
There's a welder stuff.
I paid for that too.
Yeah. Has he ever tried to contact you guys again now that he knows you all talked?
I haven't heard from him since I came on TikTok the first time.
No, I haven't heard from him since.
He did ask me if he was going to get the tree back.
Oh my God, the tree that he took
To
So
26 countries.
26
Yeah.
countries.
the Norfolk pine, and
Yeah.
he took it to war. He put it in his backpack, and so he brought it to my house, and then it went to
It's
Cindy's.
at my place,
And,
and
yeah,
I
that
said-
was all he was concerned about.
I said he could have the tree so long as I had my cash in full. I still got the tree.
Young trucker here from Manitoba, keeping my eyes and ears open for his next driving gig. Thank you.
Thank you.
There are things we do when we are manipulated that we think, what the fuck, only later that is abuse.
That's right. Absolutely.
Oh my God, I was born and raised in Saskatchewan. You gals feel like home. You guys are awesome. Tap, tap the screen. Supposedly helps when being reported. Supposedly... I'm not sure what that means, but okay. Sounds like the movies were researched for his lies.
You know what?
Yeah.
I kind of believe that they were, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. There were a few times that I've seen snippets and I thought, that's
Actually,
awfully
you
familiar.
girls talk about that. My last undercover gig that I did for us, the last night that I met with Mike and the fiance, and we were watching a movie. And there was a grave site in the movie, and there were coins placed on that grave site. And he said, "What's with the coins? I don't understand." So he rewound it like 2 or 3 times, watching it. And I said, "Well, Mike, you should know." I said, when someone who's died in service, if someone puts a penny on their gravesite, it means they've visited. If someone leaves a quarter, it means that they were with that person when they were killed in action. If they leave a dime or a nickel, it's another reference that they may be served with them or something like that. He didn't know that. So I'm sorry, but you're so big on this war thing, you'd think you'd know.
Yeah, you'd think you'd know that.
Mm-hmm. I noticed that too when you ladies said about the war movies. As a medic, I refuse to watch shows.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's insulting everyone in the army.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
You should put a... Brian, you should put a pillow over his head.
Yeah.
But the way the justice system works, we can do that long before he's arrested for fraud.
Does he still interact with his ex-wife? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, you can't trust her either. I've never met her, so I don't know.
Yeah.
I just know that when Shelley reached out to her at one time saying, like, why didn't you help me or give me the info? She basically said, you were my easy out.
Yeah.
And that's kind of sad as well.
It is, yeah. Yeah, she
in
watched
this
this
day and
happen to me and really had no answers for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Please, what attracted you to him?
It's his gift of gab. He's intelligent, he's charming, he's got charisma, because it's certainly not his looks and it's not his skills in bed.
No.
I'm, like I said, I'm sorry, but I'm bald and beard, and yeah. I thought he was cute. That was the first comment I said attracted me to him, was his bald head. I'm not going to lie. There is obviously something there that attracted me to him. So, what kind of jail time will any new charges bring? No idea. Ever wonder if Julie was involved with him for money?
Always. We always wonder.
Yeah, you know what? I think these ladies brought it up before I did and before I thought, but now they're starting to make me think that maybe that's, I don't know, she bailed him out and gave him money so often. The last time I spoke to her, she said, well, I gave you $20,000 over the course of blah, blah, blah. I'm like, you didn't give it to me. You gave it to him. Like, that's...
Yeah, Mike has said that Julie has reached out and given you $20,000.
No, he gave it to him. Why would she give it to me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi from Toronto. Hi from BC. Hello from Swift Current. I'm so sad that his fiance went back. It's unfortunate for her. Too bad. You didn't leave. You are all rock stars. Brian. When he was having his nightmares. His Mike mares.
His Mike Mares.
Was it?
That's so good.
Was it on the news? I'm not too sure. Actually, some of these questions are all the same. Just bear with me. Do his kids have any contact with him?
His daughter is estranged, and he's got 2 grandchildren that he will most likely never ever see, has never met. And as for his son, that's Julie's son as well. I'm not entirely sure what the relationship is between them right now.
Yeah, and he told me he had a relationship with his daughter, and he shared with me pictures of her twins that later I found out that he was stalking her on Facebook and grabbing pictures of the girls whenever he could so that he could share them with people and prove that he was the doting grandfather.
Yeah, he's never met his grandchildren.
Bradley asked, do you think he is blackmailing Ray with photos? That's why she took him back? No. We'll be done that question. I'm so glad you all have each other. I had a brush with him in Moose Jaw in 2019 through Bumble. That was Cheryl.
Oh. Do you have anything else to share?
Sell everything.
He's got nothing.
There's nothing left.
You know, even if I could get into that storage unit, I would have to say that to liquidate it, if you'd get $20,000 for everything in there, you'd be lucky.
April says, same to her, but she dodged a bullet. What does Julie do for work? As far as I know, she's a therapist.
Like an occupational therapist.
I think so.
Yeah.
Well, I was told she was a doctor.
We were all told she was a doctor, and that's how they met. And,
Yeah.
you know, he was in the VA hospital after, but she's actually an occupational therapist, but she does work in a hospital.
Mm-hmm.
I was told that she was going in for a hand surgeon, and something had happened in surgery or practice or whatever, and a blade had sliced her hand, and her teacher of her hand surgery school, whatever, because I don't know the terms, was the one that repaired her, but she was never to be a hand surgeon again.
Jesus, the stories are elaborate.
Yeah. And that's the thing. It's not just a basic story that I was in an accident and this is what happened. No, it was I was in an accident and then there was this and this and that and that. And
but also with the hand thing, I've heard Julie talk about when her hand was cut. So, you know, you think, this must be true.
It could be true.
It could be true. But I mean, I think now I know that A, she was never a doctor. B, her hand was never cut from a surgeon's scalpel. She was never going in to be a hand surgeon. You know what? It was probably cut with a freaking lawnmower or something.
See, Mike told me it was cut with a big saw blade, like a big blade.
Who knows?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. But she certainly wasn't a doctor.
It's not true.
No, it's not true.
Did you all know each other before part one?
Before part one,
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we've all been, Denise and Cindy knew each other.
Cindy and I met in June of 22.
Then I met Cindy in July of 22.
Yep.
I met Denise in August of 22.
Yep.
And then Shelley reached out to me in April of 23. And we met in July of 23.
Yep.
I met Shelley in April 23. Cindy, you pretty much met Shelley the night you stayed at her house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd seen her many a times before then, but that was when I actually met you,
Also, thank you so much for sharing. Safe spaces are important for women. Wow, grabbing the photos from social media sounds like what my ex also did. You ladies are so strong and amazing. You guys are going to save other ladies from this man-child.
We hope so.
We hope so.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah. Because he can't keep doing this. The destruction that he leaves behind him is, it's devastating. It's really,
And
really
actually,
devastating.
I can, part of my last text from Mike, which I have right here, is what he prays and hopes that women will do. He told me, if you felt like I betrayed you, why did you need to make a video? Why didn't you just walk away?
He wants you to walk away.
He wants you to walk away and not say anything.
And just
because
suck it up.
then he can keep going about what he's doing.
That's right. That's right. He's hoping that the women he does this to will be too embarrassed to say anything, and some of them are.
Yeah.
I'm curious to know how he has money to survive. It's so beyond me. Is his new fiance also a doctor? You laugh out loud.
Well, he was working, and I'll tell you, when he was driving trucks since, I guess the whole time that his fiance's been with him, is the longest stretch I've ever seen Mike work in the past 6 years. That is the absolute longest I've ever seen him work in one stretch. So, I mean, he had a paycheck, but he's got no obligations. He's got his phone bill and he's got his storage unit bill. That's it.
Because he's sure as heck not paying me back.
No, he's not paying back anybody that he owes anything.
Unless he can find someone else to pay his phone bill and storage bill.
That's true.
Yes.
Yeah.
Then.
Yeah.
Pora says, you are great ladies. If I can help in some way, please reach out to me.
Thank you.
Brian, I wanted to say that Shelley should have put a pillow over his head when he was having his fake nightmares.
Hindsight's 2020.
Manitoba trucker here again. What was it like being in the truck with Mike and another lady?
Well, I don't think we were ever in the truck with Mike and another lady.
Not traveling.
No, literally one of us would get out and the other one would get in. We didn't know that was happening.
Except Cindy and I.
Yeah, and
Cindy and I traveled together.
Yeah, and then it was on that 2-week trip that I was on that you spent the night in the truck with us, but I was up on the top bed.
Yeah, we didn't travel together.
No.
I just visited the truck for a couple of hours.
Yeah.
But it wasn't, Cindy and I...
And watch war movies.
Cindy and I traveled when we had to go and take him back to Langley.
Yeah.
We would switch
when we had to
off
pick
driving.
up all his gear.
Yeah.
Because I guess that's what he needed me for, because I had a big enough vehicle to bring all his truck stuff back.
Right.
Shelley, were you the one that started the Facebook post calling Mr. Snow out?
That would have been me.
On the Are We Dating? Are We Dating stuff.
And actually it was
him.
my daughter who found it and sent it to me. Denise and I started talking about it, and then it was Denise who reached out to you initially.
Yeah. I had actually, Shelley's like, tell Mike we know. All right. Mike, what's with this lady on TikTok or on Facebook dating site? I said, and I realized who it was because I could scroll through the comments. I'm a pretty good detective. And I knew it was Shelley. So I realized that they had been sleeping together this whole time. And of course, deny.
Yeah.
That's his thing, is deny. Almost as bad as his thing for litigate.
Yeah.
He likes to go to court. I'm going to take you to court.
Yeah.
Yes, because men want us to remain silent. You're
absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
Because we know too much information. The funniest thing is when Cindy stayed at Shelley's, Cindy wasn't allowed to come out of the bedroom until Mike got up.
I was told to stay in the bedroom until I heard him get up, because, she's just always trying to dig for information. She's fishing for stuff. And he didn't want to put me through that.
Yeah.
And I didn't know. I thought she was just his friend, the farmer's wife. And so I saw her sitting there the next morning on the bed, and I was like, come on, I'll get you some coffee. Like, come on down. And I think you did, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
And then he was down the stairs.
He was not far behind us. No, he wasn't.
No, he certainly didn't want us interacting.
No.
Not alone.
No, and after every person that I met, he's like, did you guys exchange phone numbers? I hope you did, because she's really crazy. It's like, and no, I was never in contact with any of them because I didn't think I had a reason to.
Here's a question, and we were talking about this. How would charges go through because you all voluntarily gave him money?
Oh, that's an easy one.
Mm-hmm.
He led with a lie.
That's right.
On his dating profile that we all met him on, he was ex-military, he was a pilot, he was a motorcycle rider. He started with lies, and that makes the entire relationship fraudulent.
That's right. He started with, I have all this money. I have a $1.6 million boat. I have an account that's being audited, blah, blah, blah. Well, that's a lie. So right there, he was fraudulently getting money from us. We didn't just give it to him. It was fraudulently.
Yeah.
And that's what he's going to be charged with.
The money he got was under false pretenses.
Yes,
that's right.
And he will argue that to the day he dies.
You sure that's not him?
Corduroy. I hope you're not Mike, but you know what?
Who cares?
That's your answer.
There we go. So happy you're all friends now. I'm a believer in what comes around goes around. He will have his day.
Yeah.
He will, and
he
we
will.
will be sitting
So
in the
happy.
front
Oh,
row.
yeah.
And hopefully we'll all be sitting there, arms locked together.
That's right.
Watching.
Yep.
That's right.
Oh, Michelle. I'm talking about the partner he was driving with. Can't remember her name.
Karen.
I'd have to see what the question was. Must have been about the other ladies being in there. Yeah, I have no idea.
Oh, how was it like driving with Karen in the truck? It was fine. They were, as far as I knew, they were business partners. They were just friends. They were co-workers, nothing more. So it was fine. I really enjoyed Karen when I first met her. I really felt like she was my friend. Apparently not.
Shelley, can you share a little more about the trip to the motel where he lost his shit and got arrested?
That would be you.
I don't know if there's
I don't know that there is really anything more. That I didn't already say is that, you know, we had gone to a club, we'd had some drinks, he invited this guy back that he'd befriended, and I did not want that to happen. They were both really drunk, and he was not taking no for an answer. We got in the cab, we drove back to the hotel, and he was, I had already said to him in the hotel room, like, I don't think this is a really good situation, because he was already really, really drunk. You could see the dark cloud over top of his head. He was quite miserable. And then this man said something about the Marine Corps that Mike had been spouting off about how he was a U.S. Marine. And it was in a joking manner, but Mike, being in the mood he was in and all of the incredible amounts of alcohol he had already drank, he just snapped on him. And it was not very long. I mean, I got in the middle of the two of them, and I shouldn't have. I learned my lesson there, never get in the middle of two grown men fighting. And he, threw me around a bit, and I definitely woke up with some bruises. I narrowly missed hitting my head on a sharp corner of a desk or something, whatever, in the hotel room. And it was the hotel staff that called the police, and the police came and took him away.
Would you like to hear the version that I was told?
Oh, tell me.
Yeah, well, you guys were in Calgary, and you had gone downstairs or something for some breakfast stuff or whatever. Mike decided.
Oh, no, that's a different time.
Oh, that's a different
That's
one.
a different one.
Because there was a guy who followed you to the room.
Yeah, that was a different time.
Okay,
yeah.
so
and
I
that
thought
really
maybe
did
that was
happen.
that one.
That really did happen.
Yeah. So okay.
No, Mike ended up with an assault charge this time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a funny story. I went to Calgary for 4 days, and then we come back because he was getting truck parts, and she hops in and they go back to Calgary to the same hotel.
We had no idea. We had no idea until after we compared notes. We're like, oh, that's nice. That's nice. And he said the same thing to both of us. You work so hard. You deserve a break. Let's go to Calgary for the weekend.
Actually, wasn't that the trip he invited me on as well? There was one trip that you...
Yeah.
He wanted Denise and I to go with him, but I said no, I wasn't going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was quite a few trips in the summer that were, all of mine were all canceled. He literally dropped me off he was getting something wrong with his truck. He said they were taking his load away from him because he was late getting it to the ferry in BC. He was never going to make it in time. Somebody was going to meet him and pick up his trailer, so whatever. I don't know if he ran out of hours. So I went home, hopped in a cab, went home, and he took off to Musha, picked her up, and they went on the trip to BC.
I had no idea.
I took holidays, so yeah, he's a piece of work.
Yep.
And everything is on his time schedule.
Yes. Oh, everything.
Yeah.
And it was like, you're going to do this now, you're going to do this. Didn't matter if you had something that you needed done. It was always on his time schedule and when he wanted things done.
If he does his taxes and you all fine against him, if he gets income tax refunds, you will. He doesn't do his taxes.
Yeah. He's going to be in some trouble for that too. So,
yeah.
Shelley, I'm going to miss your weekly episodes. Please do a podcast.
Okay, I'll see what I can do.
So proud of y'all. Is this poly? No, but he's always wanted a poly relationship. Always.
He asked me to be in one with a lady that I went on a trip with, he and I, to BC. And then he talked about it with his fiance now and myself.
But here's the thing. He just uses that as a big fat excuse to be a lying, cheating prick.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's all
To be
it is.
with other
So
women.
really, honestly, this is all irrelevant. It's irrelevant to what he's doing to these women.
Yeah.
Yes, Shelley has talked to his mother. Did any of you report him to the CRA?
Yes, he's been reported to
Yes.
the CRA.
Not a question. This comes from Taylor Reed. Would love to hang with y'all. You seem pretty great.
Aw, thanks.
Thank you.
We are.
Yeah.
I am not. Oh, corduroy. I am not Mike.
Prove it.
I want you to duet this number.
Got any photos?
Let's see you.
Did Karen go on the hot holiday?
Yes, she did. Because Mike insisted that we take Karen. If we were going on a hot holiday, it's something that she's always wanted. And so, seeing as how he was paying for it, as in, paying me back, then he figured that she should come along. So I thought, okay, fine. I mean, you're paying for it.
Oh my God, this is April. Oh my God, I really want to come have supper, laughs, and red wine. You're all my people. Well, we have talked about the big backyard potluck.
Oh yeah.
A big backyard potluck.
Yeah,
We're gonna be
that
having a
part
party.
is right out that window.
Yeah. We'll be having a party soon, and it's going to involve all the women that were involved with Mike.
Yeah.
Is
Lori,
there a big enough facility for that?
I feel like Karen is going to be a plot twist in this Lifetime story, like maybe she was married.
Oh, to him.
To him?
To him?
I don't
No.
think so. No, I don't think so.
No.
He's always told me he wants to be married, but I think that's just part of his ruse.
Yeah, I think
Part of
that's
the
all
game.
part of his bullshit. Yeah.
I have never, corduroy, I've never heard the term hot holiday till this. Is this a Canadian?
It's a Canadian thing. Yeah. Hot holiday, you
You're
go
not
down,
from Canada
Yeah.
then.
you go someplace hot in the winter for a holiday.
Are you comfortable sharing how much he owes each of you?
Well, I think we already did that.
Yeah, we shared
Yeah.
earlier on, so if we can get this to upload when we're done, you can listen it back.
So
Yeah.
there's 3,200,
A lot.
7 digits,
Yeah.
and 6 digits. And we know of a lot more that are another middle range 6 digits.
Yeah.
Are you, okay. Ooh, what's this? Have any of you talked to his mother? Yes.
Yeah. I mean, I talked at her. She didn't reply to me.
Did Karen go on the hot holiday? Yes.
Yes.
Was he ever physically abusive? No.
Not to me, no.
No.
I mean, other than that time he threw me around the hotel room when he was drunk and he got an assault charge.
Wait, so Cindy isn't the farmer's wife?
Cindy is the farmer's wife.
Yeah.
I'm referred to as the farmer's wife because that was supposedly how he met me.
Yeah, that was his explanation to
Shelley.
Shelley.
So
Yeah.
How she was
he
in his
always
life.
referred to me as the farmer's wife, but I am now since divorced. That's all done with, and I think that was the big ploy for him, was that I would be getting my divorce settlement and I have land.
Yeah.
Not a lot of land, but I have some land that he had some ventures that he would have liked to have done with
Yes.
that land.
Mr. Snow has, criteria that he likes to target.
Aaron, 420. Woohoo, haha. Oh, 420 was
Yesterday.
Yeah.
But in your area, I don't know where you're from, so. Has he been reported for tax evasion?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. At Corduroy, I haven't either. I was wondering the same thing. I'm not too sure what that was about. Digital Envy by Jill Smith. Hi, Shelley.
Hi.
Have any of you started dating again? I hope you each find true love. We've all been dating.
Dabbling. Yeah.
They're dabbling.
I've given up for a while. My luck has not been great, so I need to take
I
a
am
break.
very well established in a nice relationship.
Yeah.
Which I will never want to change. Just putting it out there in case you're watching. Oh my God, the hot holiday must have been creepy.
You know what? It was okay. I mean, he was miserable. He was an asshole. And, Karen and I would get up in the morning and we'd go do our thing and let him sleep. And then he'd be pissy because we didn't wake him up. And if we did wake him up, he'd be pissy because we woke him up. Like, he just, too much free alcohol going on
Well,
there.
and I really don't think he likes the heat, though.
No. He was just miserable all the way around. I don't know. You know what? Because that's what narcissists do. They like to ruin good times.
If it's not revolving around them, they're not interested.
Yeah.
This is true.
He has some deep down strange issue why he is doing this. Have you ever been scared for your life?
No.
No.
No. Hello, I'm so happy that you guys decided to take the snake out of the road. Oh, I do have a story about a spider.
Oh yes, the spider that we were both meant to
So
meet.
when I met Mike, there is, you know, I think we'll have to do one more TikTok. Because
Yeah.
we
I
have
have
too
to
many,
show the spider.
we have too many
Yeah.
photos that we need to actually put out there because they're kind of fun photos. There's a picture of a spider with a hand. Now, if any of you guys have met Mike, he will send you this to see if you like spiders and snakes and stuff. The spider was called Lucifer.
Yes.
And up until this time, I'd always asked him, oh, show me a picture of Lucifer. Like, you're always sending me a picture of the snake, of Lucy. And he never would. Cindy and I were on New Year's Eve. We had spent New Year's Eve together. And so we were, like, going through photos because she has friends on them. She was friends with them. So it's like, let's scroll through photos. So we're like trying to find out who Mike was, and you know, we seen the diamond ring photos that he had asked her to marry her, and the helicopter, like let's buy the helicopter. Like what the hell? Are they really married? Like we didn't know.
No.
And so the next thing we're talking about this spider. So we're Googling this spider, and lo and behold, there's this, the exact same photo is on Google of this hand and this spider. We posted the same photo on Cindy's Facebook page to draw Mike out, saying that, you know, we know this photo is fake type of deal. So anyways, that was kind of a humorous thing for her
But
and I.
also, when you and I went to Shelley's place for the first time together, you asked, where's the spider? And it had died.
Yeah.
Of course.
Go figure. Only the other day, just before we got there, it had passed away.
Yeah.
But yet he was using this photo and sending this photo of his hand beside this giant spider, sending it to women to get their reaction. And there was a woman who's like, oh my God, you should have warned me before you sent me this picture. I'm terrified of spiders. He went up one side of her, down the other, about how he was so loyal to this spider because he'd had it for over 20 years. It was older than his children, and that she couldn't be a part of his life if she would not accept this spider. And knowing afterwards that this spider doesn't even exist in his world, it's hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I had taken boxes over to Shelley's house, and he knows I'm nosy, so I was kind of like, you know, looking around. He goes, oh yeah, it's just sad. I'm like, what's sad? Yeah, Lucifer just died 2 days ago.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
What? How convenient.
The Lucy story?
Oh,
The
Lucy
snake.
the
Okay.
snake.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, so Mike also had a snake named Lucy, and he loved this snake dearly, so much to the point where he took her out of her enclosure one night, and he was having a cuddle with her while he was drinking, and she got away. He couldn't find her. Shelley found her. She was no longer with us. And Mike wanted her to keep the snake.
Yes, he
for
asked
him.
me to put her in the freezer so he could bury her properly.
Yes.
Yeah. I wasn't involved with Mike, but I'd love to come. I'm invested now. Holly, we're inviting everybody.
Yeah.
to get out there to potluck. Just let us know. We
Yeah.
might have to rent a space.
We might have to.
Yeah.
Getting closer to getting you on a TV news story, Shelley. Digital
Oh.
envy.
That would be so amazing. That would be amazing.
The further we can get this out there and get more people aware
Yeah.
of him.
And find more people to come forward.
Yes.
Matching
yes.
tattoos, red flag with a snowflake in the middle.
We actually,
had discussed that.
Yeah,
We were going to call ourselves the Snowflakes.
Yes, but we also decided we don't want.
We don't want the
permanent.
memory.
I can't really say her name.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So proud of you all for coming forward. Was hard to do at first, I bet.
Yes, it was. It was very difficult.
Well, it's like anybody, airing your dirty laundry.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I
Nobody
don't
likes
really.
to do that.
No, I'm not the type of person that typically even posts anything on Facebook. Certainly not about my life. So it's definitely been huge for me to put this out there.
Sinhug says, I saw Shelly's first video and piqued my interest because she was in Moose Jaw. I used to live in Regina and still have family in Saskatchewan. I'm in South Texas.
Oh, nice.
Are his parents embarrassed?
You'd think they are. Yeah.
They've gotta be.
They've
They have to be.
I don't think him and his dad had a really good relationship from what he has told me. That's all I know about that one.
Yeah.
Shelly, how's your knee?
You know what? It's still really not that great, but I need to have the other one done now too. So if you see me, I walk like a little old lady. But
Who was the blonde holding Snow's hand in the hospital?
we
Shelley?
don't know. We don't know. She hasn't come forward. We don't know the answer to that.
Reach up for that Crown Royal. Oh gosh.
That's only a little bottle. That's not his
I
size.
know. Sky Robbins says, just put it in front of you. Don't worry, we're not going to crack it.
I think
A full bottle of whiskey behind you. Mr. Snow has not been here lately.
No, he hasn't.
No, that's right.
I actually don't even know that he knew for sure that I moved back to Regina.
Well, he does
Oh,
now.
he does now.
Oh, yeah. By the way, Mike, Shelly and I, we took the picture outside my house when she sent me the picture of the house next door that she was going to buy. It was all fake.
Yeah, and for you to deny that you even knew where that house was, that was pretty funny.
Yeah, that's pretty funny. Yeah.
Was he with the lady? Was he with the lady only Rome? She seems a little different. I don't know what you mean.
I don't know.
Wanda? Type in again. Watching from Australia, you are all awesome and congratulations on getting the message out there from Michelle Carey Resolve.
Thank you.
Hi, fellow Aussie.
Mitzi, I give you guys a lot of credit for telling your story.
Thank you.
There were... Taylor Reed. There were a couple of Cindys. Were any of them actually gay?
I'm not.
No. Nobody is.
No.
I am still curious who has the little white dog.
Little white dog.
Little white dog. Oh.
April, I don't know about little white dog.
Yeah.
Enlighten us.
I don't know.
Will you keep us updated in regards to the charges?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
So proud for putting this up there. Does he have any other male friends other than Rob?
Not really. No, I'd say no.
I can think of
I've
two
heard of a
names.
Dave and a Steve, but I
And a John.
You
Yeah.
know, I don't know that they're friends.
friends.
I think they're people he uses when it's convenient
Yeah,
to him.
yeah, that's right.
How many women are you aware of?
Oh, I
Oh,
stopped
okay.
counting at 20. I would have to say that probably I've spoken to about 60 at this point.
Cindy and I will tell you there is, and someone else can attest to this, I think it's Tay who is online here. We will attest that he does have a little black book in his phone with
Yes, he does.
900 names in it.
Yeah.
But he doesn't just have the names. He
He's got
has
them.
little codes and everything beside everybody's
And they're
names.
categorized
Oh my
and
God,
everything.
I've never seen
Yes.
that.
Yeah.
And a panty collection.
Yeah, Magenta, who is also watching this TikTok, she is aware of what's on his phone as well.
Oh yes, he does have a panty collection.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what happened to that. Did we give it back? I wanted to make a quilt.
Oh no, like I think Karen keeps the panty collection. The panty collection's
Oh
at
no! When
Karen's.
we moved the shop, there was a box of panties because
Yes, there was a box
he
of
showed it
panties.
to us.
Oh my
so.
God, those are Saskatchewan
Yeah.
panties, I guess. Honestly.
And probably Alberta.
Oh, and I
Yeah.
sent Denise and Shelley a little meme. It was, I found Mike's ship and the sails were made out of panties. So it's out there, ladies.
Has any news sites reached out? Would you welcome that?
Oh, for sure we'd welcome that. Yeah, we would definitely welcome that.
We are all invested. This guy's out. Hi, Shelley. Hope you're doing good. From Sarge.
Oh, hello.
Yes, put it on the news. We could rent a bus and pick up people along the way.
We'll use a Sammy.
Oh. How much fun would that be?
Yeah.
Everybody jump in the back of the truck.
Shelley, does your son know he was catfishing people his tattoo pics?
Yes.
Yes, he does. Yes.
Bumper stickers advertise. Hello from Texas. Hey, I like the bumper
That's a
sticker
good idea.
Yeah.
Somebody else also said, let's do like a GoFundMe for a billboard. billboard ad.
And then there was a comment made that we should all put his pictures up at all the truck stops across Canada.
I think somebody's actually working on circulating some of these pictures.
Yeah.
Well, at this point, I don't think it's probably safe for him to leave her house.
Tara, what's with needing 5 more women?
I don't know.
Lynn Dombrowski. Or Freshie said to Lynn Dombrowski, pick me up in Texas. You guys want a gathering, I'll cook your food.
There you go.
You make your own hotel reservations because I'm not paying for that. But I will cook some food.
We do have huge plans with plenty of the women that we've spoken to, that have interacted with Mike. There really will be a party with champagne.
Absolutely, there will be.
Yeah.
Sell t-shirts, can do via TikTok.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
All of you are so beautiful. Hello from South Africa.
Oh, thank you.
What would you say to women that have been scammed by him but are too embarrassed to come forward?
Oh, man, I would implore you to come forward and file a police report, because this has got to stop. He can't keep doing this to women. And the more people that can say he's done it and file that police report, the quicker he's going away and the longer.
Don't let him win.
Don't let him win, no.
Don't let him win.
There's strength in numbers. The more numbers we can get,
that's right.
Maybe the longer we can get him put away for.
That's right. Yeah.
Dean, hey, you missed my comment. Okay, well, type it in again and I'll get it. I've been hooked on your story since I saw your first video. You are all very brave for coming. Was Karen a lover of his?
Well, I didn't think so until I spoke to another one of his ladies that had witnessed something like between them. So
yeah.
I bet he drove by Shelley's house this week and said, that's one of my rentals. Actually, no, because if he was with the person that I think he was with, according to her, she'd already been at his house before.
Go figure that.
Shelley W., did you decide to tell your story after seeing Reese Atissa's posts?
Yeah, I did. Actually, a friend of mine had sent them to me, and I binge watched everything, and I just thought, wow, like, that's a thought. That's really a thought. That would definitely stop him. I mean, certainly at that point, the police weren't doing anything. They're very active now. But, yeah, she's very inspiring. Absolutely.
Has law enforcement told you to not talk publicly about some things?
No.
They know this. They are watching this.
Yes.
Whose house was he at when he went hunting instead of being with you, Shelley?
Well, I'm not going to say her name because I haven't spoken to her. I've only heard it through her friend, and so I don't think it's fair to say her name without her permission.
And I know he did set up hunting equipment on my ex's and my land, because my ex at the time, we were still going through our divorce, stumbled across all his stuff and cut his tree stand down and everything and had his equipment, which Mike then later did get back.
If the mom wrote, if you're talking about John from Moose Jaw, he's part of the alternative relationship group. Probably wanted to be part of the pineapple group. No, there is another John that is involved.
Yeah.
And actually, that John has sent me a car payment at one time or another.
Yeah, he's in Ontario.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, Shelley can make a panty quilt.
We've already talked about that.
Yeah.
We should auction that off.
Yeah. Only Rome is her TikTok name. If he had a relationship with Only Rome from TikTok, we don't know about it. And if she would like to message Shelley, she can. We have no idea.
Oh, you mean Only Rome is the fiancé?
No. She just said Only Rome is her TikTok name.
Oh.
I don't know of the fiance using Only Rome as a
Yeah,
as an
I don't
alias.
know.
Shelley, use your genealogy skills to make a tree of ladies.
Yeah.
Oh man, that would
Could
be
you
quite
imagine
the
how
book.
big that book would be?
Yeah, really, hey? Yeah,
April
ridiculous.
says, holy shit, my ex's new lady has a black book. I wonder if they are in each other's. Lovable Bubbles, get the party limo.
Yes.
You guys should meet and should be a meet and greet. I'd come from Ohio.
Oh my god, that would be so fun!
This is so the new Netflix Tinder Swindler Canada version. It is
Yeah.
actually much worse than... I called Mike the Tinder Swindler. Oh, he didn't like that.
Yeah.
He went upside down me.
And he said he wasn't on Tinder.
And he said he wasn't on Tinder.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a lie.
Yeah.
There is a TikTok user, Only Rome, who is duetting some of your TikToks.
Oh.
Okay, we have no idea. Are they good TikToks? Please let us know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Watching from Nova Scotia, wanting to say hi, Shelley. We have sent a few private messages. You all seem like cool chicks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Treble J.
Thank you.
Larry T. Hello, ladies from Quebec.
Hello.
Retired teacher coming forward. Tay Tay. My interactions were minimal, but want to be invited to the party. Tay
You're
Tay,
coming.
Tay Tay, you were from the beginning, so
Yeah.
you're coming. Nobody needs an invitation. But I do have a bouncer willing to sit at the door. So, Will, if you're watching, come forward, let it out. Come forward, let it out. And don't. Only way to heal. Don't keep it bottled in forever.
Yeah.
Shelley, why did he make threats about contacting your ex and his lawyer?
I don't know. I don't know if he thought that was going to scare me. It really didn't. It seemed very silly
I
to
actually
me.
think maybe he thought your ex was watching, so it would be like just another thing for your ex to call you crazy.
Maybe. I don't know. I just thought it was laughable, to be quite honest.
Has he reached out personally about these videos?
Cindy.
During my undercover work, we'll call it that, I actually met him in the semi in Whitewood. This was towards the end of before I outed myself. And they made me watch episode 18 in the truck. I was also told that I was to not watch these TikToks for my own mental health, that they were watching every single one, and any information that I needed to be told, I would receive from them. She was watching and she would tell him, and then he would inform me of when my name had been brought up or been thrown under the bus, which I fully supported. And
She knew she was being thrown.
I was told there was a picture of you. And I'm like, oh my God, they put my face on there, did they? And she's like, oh, no, you can't see your face or anything, but there is a picture of you. And I'm like, oh, okay. Meanwhile, I'm like, go for it, girls. Give it to me hard.
Yeah. I was messaging Cindy saying, okay, this is the one where I really trash you. She's like, okay, I'm ready.
Yeah, but no, this is from them that they've been watching every single one. They also told me that they made fake accounts and were putting messages in there. And he told me the name of the BHBG. Yes.
BHBG.
He thought it was quite funny because he said, oh yeah, they think it's the fiance, but it's actually me. And I'm like, oh, okay then. So I did have validation that it was him.
Yeah.
Has he reached out personally about these videos? We just answered that. Woohoo, love it.
No.
Cut his tree stand. Retired teacher says, fiance is going to Rome in June with a female friend.
I heard that, yeah.
The fiance is going to Rome later this year from what I've heard, so it could be her.
Oh, maybe, but I don't think so.
No.
I don't think it's the same person.
Season 22 of Shelley. She's an older lady. Okay. I guess we're going to have to take a look at these. This Roma person or whatever. One good thing he did, he brought you guys together.
And that's right. That's right. Absolutely.
And I've often said this about the only good thing that came from this is, I've told Denise this many times, was that I'm now friends with her and very much so with these other ladies. That is the only good thing that's come from this.
You should all do a Snowed cruise.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my goodness, that would be so good.
There's 238 women on this right now. Oh, sorry, and some men. This is just going to be a snow cruise.
We could sell the cruise.
We
out.
going to Alaska?
No. We're from Canada. We're going someplace hot.
Yeah.
Well, we'll go to Australia. I'll introduce you to my family.
People are in Winnipeg. They've got their eye
see him there anytime soon.
No, I don't think so. He's got nothing left in Winnipeg. He's been
kicked out.
He's been evicted from where he was staying in Winnipeg. So he's definitely the only place he's got left is the fiance.
Who is they? Oh, I must have missed
She's when Cindy's referring to they, she's talking about Mr. Snow and his fiance.
Oh, yeah. Cindy's name should be Informant Farmer's Wife. Cindy, you rock. Girls' night, huh?
Thank you.
Oh, there's no name on that one. Love the undercover work. Should get some more women to set him up.
I think at this point, the fact that he's still on dating sites, yeah, at this point, is ludicrous. I mean, he's not going to know who to trust.
No.
I was in Davidson 3 days ago and was on the lookout at the truck stop. I might have hit him.
Well, he's not currently driving trucks, so
No,
I don't
he's
think
been
you'll
fired.
see him at one of those.
That's right.
I will be spreading the word in Atlantic Canada.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good.
He was posted the other day in the Winnipeg group. Watch from Central Sask. You are so brave telling your stories. Yes. I'm going to tell you a story about the whole cancer thing. So,
Oh, yeah.
he was out after we came back in August, the end of August, from moving him. He took off right away again and back to BC. He had to meet with lawyers, all this kind of stuff because he had gotten fired from that job. And so I kind of needed to remain friends with him because I needed his money. I needed his money to pay his car. I needed his money to pay his loan. So yes, I still needed to be friends with him. I still wanted to keep the peace. I was still trying to be his friend. Literally, I really was. But I was just a little bit too nosy. And so he would message me, and he said he was on the beach, and he was enjoying this fabulous time. He would send beach shots, not knowing that he was at Shelley's house, or he was at Corey's house, or he was at some other person's house. And he said to me, I said, oh, you must be getting all your R&R in. He goes, yeah, I'm feeling really good. And I said, well, you could take this time and reflect on everything in your life and maybe, change everything around and get a new job. And he said, well, I don't think that's possible. And I'm like, why? And he goes, well, I had a doctor appointment when I was home the last time. I'm like, oh. And he said, yeah, it was about a month ago. And I'm like, yeah, timeline fits about that, right? And he said the doctor only gave me 15 months. And I'm like, holy crap. I'm like, what do you mean 15 months? So now, by this time, 4 months have already gone. So I said, you only have a year? He goes, yeah. He said, the cancer has reached my brain. I have researched nasal cancer. It is true. He has done his homework. I do have had a friend who had nasal cancer and had surgery. So I was distraught over this. Like, somebody who I potentially was in a relationship for a while and thought, he would say he loved me, blah, 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 all the time. And you start to believe it. He was going to die. Somebody in my life was going to die. I went to work the next day and I cried. I cried all day. You can ask any of my staff members, even my boss. I cried all day. Like, I didn't take the day off. I could have. I cried for this man who was going to die because he had cancer.
Cancer that didn't exist.
He, to this day, doesn't take meds for cancer. There is nothing cancer in him whatsoever.
He's cancer.
He's cancer.
Yeah,
It was all false. So he preyed on that because he knows my emotions. And it was just another ploy.
But
to
he
see
also
if I would
told
take him
you not to tell anybody.
Yeah, he told me not to tell anybody. I said, well, you got to tell Cindy. Pardon me. He said, no, I don't want to tell anybody yet. And I said, okay. So every time we'd have a conversation, it's like, have you told anybody? Yes, I've told Shelley, and I've told Julie and Hunter.
Oh my God.
Needless to say, no. He didn't want Cindy to know. Well, as soon as I knew, I told Cindy.
And I confessed he'd never said anything like that to me.
No, and he told me he did have nasal cancer, but that it wasn't a big deal. It was never going to kill him. That the doctors were giving him meds for it, and he was going to be fine.
And that, for me, he was waiting to go to the Mayo Clinic. And he literally did go to doctor's appointments for this, or so I thought. There was one time we drove into Saskatoon. It was during COVID, so I couldn't go in. I sat in the car and waited, and he went into some building, and that was supposed to be his doctor's appointment, his specialist appointment. And when he came out, I said, so what did he say? No, he had this big long story, and he said, basically, it's the Mayo Clinic. I have to go to the Mayo Clinic.
Yeah, it was always the Mayo Clinic that he was waiting for a phone call.
Yeah.
And the doctors waited too long. They can't do the surgery now because it was like during COVID and he couldn't go down to the States. But then once I found out about his fraud charges and his criminal record and everything, and I looked at him and I'm like, you can't go to the States. And he is still determined that, yes, he can still go to the States. No, he can't go to the States.
No.
So after a while, we all kind of start putting two and two together and looking at photos and, he doesn't have cancer. There's no way. I mean,
He should be dead by now. Because
Yeah.
that was well over
Yeah.
a year ago he told you that.
military didn't take you down. Cancer didn't take you down. We're going to take you down, Mike. So if you're watching, be scared.
Yeah.
Well, and from what Tammy had told me too, if you're watching Tammy's TikToks from her adventures with Mr. Snow in 2009, that he had prostate cancer back then.
Oh, I didn't know about that.
Yeah.
How can we spread the word about Mike? You guys are all doing it.
Oh, yeah. Keep sharing the TikToks.
Sending you ladies so much love from Grand Prairie. Oh,
Thank you.
I think that's where Rob's from. Rob,
Yeah.
say hi to Rob if he's up there. I'd love to see some real Marines remove those sacred tats off him.
Isn't that the
yes,
truth?
yes.
Yeah. Would love to see you all do a photo shoot on a tank in a helicopter. I know where we can find a helicopter. My son battled cancer 3 times. This is deplorable to lie. Yes, we're very
It
sorry.
is, yes. Yeah, that is, it is deplorable.
Oh, with actual Marines.
Oh, yes, please.
Oh, don't worry.